did you have any amateur experience in boxing, or did you go straight to unlicensed?
So the unlicensed, that got me into the boxing. Then over COVID, I met Alec Wilkie. So I wasn't boxing for ages, didn't really know what to do with myself. One of my best friends now, Danny Cassius Connor, Southern Area champion, boxed on Sky 3 times. Like he's the man in our area for boxing. He messaged me on Instagram, said, "Look, you're really talented. I want to take you to East London to meet my coach." So I was like, okay, all right, let's do it. Like, I was hungry to meet new people and see what comes next. Met him. Alec was excited by me and wanted to sign me and turn me over pro. So I said, okay, cool. Things are starting to take off for me now. But then when I went to turn pro, the Board of Control who issued the licenses had just changed their rules. Now, the new rules state that you cannot turn professional unless you have an amateur background. You see, my background was unlicensed. I had 5 unlicensed fights. I must have had like 40 to 50 Taekwondo fights. It changed literally just as I went to turn pro.
So
my mob of
around that time.
Around that time, yeah. So they changed the rules. I had to go back and I had to have 5 amateur fights, and I won 4 out of 5 of them. And then, yeah.
Is there a limit? Like, is there like a minimum that?
A minimum of 5.
Minimum of
you can
5.
have more. That's better. Yeah. But I wanted to turn pro as soon as possible, basically. Yeah, because Alec is a pro coach. He's not an amateur coach. Didn't want to waste his time, and I wanted to get started as a pro.
And how long did you do that?
5 fights. It took me. I squeezed out the 5 fights in like 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah, I was fighting. I fought on.
I think it's just all like ludicrous that whole rule. It's so stupid, mate. Because I mean, going by your level of fighting skills, if you can win regional in a Queensbury, because Queensbury is not just any unlicensed. At that time, like, Queensbury was
it's
like
probably
really
the best
top.
of the white collar,
exactly, right?
scene,
like,
I would say.
it's really, a lot of them are better than a lot of the pros at a low level when you see it.
Yeah.
So if you're that good, they still won't qualify you to be a pro. I mean, what did you think of that? Like,
I thought I was good enough. Alec told me I was good enough, and he's been in boxing 40 years. But I think it is a good thing, you know. And if I could go back in time, I would do it all over again, the amateurs. Even though I always had the talent, I believe it's stopped because there's a lot of players in boxing. There's a lot of people that want to pretend to be a professional boxer, but won't go and do the runs, won't do the diet, won't spar hard. So I think to filter those people out and tarnish the sport's name and reputation, you need to get the serious guys in there. And the serious guys are the ones like me who's willing to do the amateur fights, you know, take a step back, do the amateur fights. And I didn't enjoy them, but I did them anyway. And now I'm a pro, and now I'm loving my life as a professional.